Namaste students. Welcome to RH Chemistry. So in today's class, remember, I am going to discuss about JEE Main 2020, 7th video on this JEE Main. So bits from NTA Abhyas, P block elements chapter I have taken 15 to 18th group. All these questions I have taken from NTA Abhyas app, remember that. So if you are not go through the previous six videos, please see that definitely you will get some help from this. And these are all some booster for your exam preparation, remember. So I am not telling that only these are the questions are enough. Definitely it is not enough. You have to go through some other material. You have to solve as many as questions, remember. But we will learn some things out of it. Yes. In this case, first you can take the screenshot if you want to solve that. See, first question you can see, along with that third question also you will get it. So both you will get it in the one screen. Then it is remember, second question. I will try to give you all the three questions in the same screen. So second question is here, right? Then fourth question, fifth question, sixth question and seventh question. So fifth question, if you are not seeing correctly, see that fifth question. So after that, eighth question, ninth question. See, this is the eighth question, ninth question, and 10th question is here. 10th question I will show you. 10th question is here. So these are the 10 questions I have to consider. So first you can solve this, then you can cross check with your answers. Yes. Now let me solve these questions. Yes, first question you can see, identify A, B, C, D respectively. See, NH4Cl react with NaNO2 to form A with water and NaCl. If you see the option here, all the four are having N2. All the four are having N2, which means A should be N2. You can write it very easily. I don't know why they have given that reaction, because all the four N2 they only given. See, next, ammonium dichromate on heating releases B. B may be N2, NS3, N2, NS3. Four options we have. So remember, if you are having your concept very clear, ammonium dichromate is a very important compound in the preparation of nitrogen gas. This is also a nitrogen gas. Remember, then, so first option and the third option is left. Then, copper HNO3 with dilute, copper HNO3 with concentrate. This is always confusing, remember. So copper with HNO3 dilute, remember, you are going to get NO, nitrogen monoxide gas. Always very important. Copper with HNO3, always you are going to get NO. And with concentrated HNO3, always you are going to get NO2. Remember that. So NO, NO2. Hence the answer for this question is A. Very important question. Then XCF6 on partial hydrolysis with water produce a compound X. The same compound X is formed when XCF6 reacts with silica, which means XCF6 plus water forming a compound. The same compound formed by XCF6 reacts with silica. Silica is SiO2. One thing I will tell you here, one hint is that you have to remember, there is no other shortcut for this, but I will tell you, when XCO3 reacts with 3 water molecule, you are going to get XCO3, sorry, XCF6. XCF6 reacts with 3 water molecule forming XCO3. This we call it as complete hydrolysis. Complete hydrolysis, remember. So, they are given partial hydrolysis means definitely this is not the answer. This is not the answer. And one thing you remember, whenever XCF6 undergo hydrolysis, F2 and F4 never be possible, because hydrolysis means water should be there. In water, there is oxygen or hydrogen. So at least oxygen should come in the compound, or at least hydrogen should come in the compound. Nothing is there means, remember, definitely XCO4 should be the answer. So in such case, it's a shortcut, you can remember. So another partial hydrolysis means another option is there. XCF6 when it undergo 2 water molecule partial, this is also partial hydrolysis. Remember, you are going to get XCO2F2. XCO2F2. Then this is third one, it is 1 water molecule actually. So this is nothing but answer should be XCOF4 only. When it reacts with this SiO2 also XCOF4 plus SiF4 you are going to get SiF4 minus SiF4 I can write. So definitely if you don't know this part also, silica when it reacts with XeF6 which compound is formed, if you don't know that also, remember this hydrolysis of XeF6 is very important point. With 3 molecule of water XeO3, 2 molecule XeO2F2, 1 molecule XeOF4. So XeOF4 is the answer in this particular case. Remember, answer is D. Then identify the correct order of increasing number of pi bonds in the structures of the following molecule. Pi bonds in the structures of the following molecule. Remember in this particular case, see S2S2O6, S2SO3, S2S2O5. So once again I will tell you, if you are not went through my this oxo acids of phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine video, please go through that. It is very helpful for NEET and JEE exams. Remember that. In that I have completely clearly explained about the structures of these compounds. Fine, once again I will tell you. Simple one I will draw it first. S2SO3 structure is S double bond O, OH here, OH here, and there is a one lone pair present. That is S2SO3 structure. Now you can see S2S2O6 structure. S2S2O6 structure is like this. Remember, S double bond O, direct S double bond O structure, double bond O, OH here, double bond O, OH here. So you can see H2S2O6. This is a structure. S2S2O5 structure is similar to this, but instead of one double bond, one lone pair is present. So like this, S double bond O, yes, there is a one lone pair. So double bond O, OH here. So double bond O, OH here. So H2, S2, O5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you calculate. Lowest in which case? 2, because 1 pi bond. 2 options left. Highest in which case? Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 pi bonds. So first one is having highest 4 pi bonds. Here 1, 2, 3 pi bonds. Here 1 pi bond. Hence the answer for this question is B. So structure you have to know, there is no other way. Remember this. Then fourth one. The product formed obtained from the following compound is. Product obtained in the following compound, remember, NaOH with hot and concentrated Cl2, XeF6 with excess of water. Already I have told excess of water, complete hydrolysis forming XeO3, right? So definitely second one XeO3 is the answer. 2 options left. Then NaOH with Cl2, definitely NaOH will not get. Common sense that is. Then the answer should be C. Remember, with Cl2 hot and concentrated, you are going to get NaClO3 plus H2O plus NaCl. If it is cold and dilute, then you are going to get NaClO. But here NaClO3 and XeO3 is the answer. So C is the correct option in this particular case. Then ClO2 is anhydride of HClO2, anhydride of HClO3, mixed anhydride of this. First I will tell you what is the meaning of anhydride. See, anhydride of HClO2. Remember always, whenever anhydride of HClO2 will tell, you have to remove water molecule from this. So how you have to tell the answer? See, I will tell you. HClO2, so 2 molecule you have to take. When you heat this, minus water molecule is removed. So from 1 molecule, when it is not possible to remove water molecule, take 2 molecules. 2H is removed, H2 is removed, oxygen 1 is less, so that Cl2O3 is the answer for this. Anhydride of HClO2 is Cl2O3. Then like that, anhydride of HClO3, see, 2HClO3 on heating, remember, minus water molecule, 2H is removed and 1 oxygen is removed, remaining is Cl2O5. Correct? Then the question is, what is the meaning of mixed anhydride? Remember, mixed anhydride. So I will write that definition here. Mixed anhydride is the substance when dissolve in water produce two acids. So, two acids should be formed. For example, I will tell you, NO2 is the mixed anhydride, which when dissolved in water forming HNO2 plus HNO3. HNO2 plus HNO3. Another important point to be noted in this point is that always whenever the anhydride of such substance, when it is dissolved, always it will undergo disproportionation reaction. Here it is plus 4,2 plus 3 plus 4,2 plus 5. So means disproportionation reaction should take place in this particular case. That is the one point what you have to remember in your mind. Now for example, similarly if you think now, ClO2 when it is dissolved in water, remember ClO2 is having the oxidation state plus 4. So disproportionation means, remember, the one acid should be more than this oxidation state, one acid should be less than this oxidation state. Now according to that, remember, HClO4 is plus 7 is possible, but highest HClO3 oxidation state is plus 5. Which means this is not the answer, because plus 4 to plus 7 plus 4 to plus 5, it is not possible. Both oxidation not possible. It should be disproportionation, which means whenever there is a possibility of more than one type of acids, then you have to write the answer, write the acid in such a way that the oxidation state of these acids when dissolved in water should be one less than this, one more than this. According to that, answer for this question is, remember, this. HClO2 where it is plus 3, here plus 5. Hence it is plus 4 to plus 3, reduction, oxidation, disproportionation reaction. Hence remember, answer for this question is mixed anhydride of HClO2 and HClO3 is the answer. So this is ClO2 is an example for this mixed anhydride of HClO2 and HClO3. Very important, this point you remember here. Then sixth question. White phosphorus on reaction with concentrated NaOH. White phosphorus reacts with concentrated NaOH solution, which will form phosphine. They only telling, which will form, gives phosphine with compound X. Another compound is which one? Remember, this is also disproportionation reaction. This is 0. It is minus 3. Another compound formed is NaH2PO2. Remember, so another compound which is formed is NaH2PO2. This is X now. What they are telling, X on acidification with HCl. With HCl, when you add, what happens? General common reaction, it is Na and Cl you remove, H attached to this, forming H3PO2 plus NaCl. S3PO2 is formed. Then what is the basicity of this S3PO2? S3PO2 structure is what? P double bond O, OH, H, H. Basicity depending on how many OH groups are there. Here only one OH group is there, means basicity is equal to 1. So the answer for this question is D, remember 1. So they only give PS3 formation. Another compound you have to remember, because it is the preparation of phosphine, very important reaction in P block element, 15th group, remember that. So because of that, you can say answer for this particular question is, so S3PO2 basicity is 1. Then 7th question. P4O6 and P4O10. The number of oxygen atoms bonded to each phosphorus atoms are respectively. For this, what you have to know? The complete structure of P4O6 and P4O10. That structure, if you practice, it is very simple and very important also, because previous year NEET and JEE question also asked on this. First, I will tell you P4O10 structure. P4O10 structure or P4O6 or any of these two, while you draw, remember, you have to write in such a way that it is a cyclic structure where phosphorus bonded to oxygen like this, then once again phosphorus like this, then once again oxygen like this, oxygen like this, see, like this, remember. So see, PO, 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 PO. Then remember one double bond O each in which case? P4O10 case. P4O10 case like this. Remember another 2 oxygen left. 2 oxygen left, how you draw? Remember from this opposite you have to draw one bond. Opposite one bond. Then this opposite and opposite one bond. So total P4O10 structure, you can see number of bonded to each phosphorus atom, number of oxygen bonded to each phosphorus atom is 1, 2, 3, 4. Each phosphorus 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Then P4O6, remember similar structure, this double bond O will not be there. See P, O, O, P, P. So O, P, O, P. Right? Then this phosphorus and this phosphorus double bond. This phosphorus and this phosphorus double bond. So like this, there is no P double bond molecule, a bond. So hence, now you calculate number of PO bond here. 1 phosphorus surrounded by 3 oxygen, 1 phosphorus surrounded by 4 oxygen. Hence the answer for this is 3 and 4. Option is C. The same question it was asked once, remember, how many POP bonds are there, or you can say how many oxygen bridge oxygen atoms are there in this case. Previous year questions you have seen like this, important P4O10 and P4O6 structure, practice these structures. Then 8th one, which of the following order is correct? See, SBS3 more than NS3 more than ASS3 more than PS3, boiling point. Now, boiling point, remember, it is related to hydrogen bonding also. Now, molecular mass also. SBS3 molecular mass is more than all, hence it is having more boiling point. Then remember, compared to these two, NS3 is having more boiling point because NS3 is having hydrogen bonding. Extensive hydrogen, strong hydrogen bonding is present in NS3. Because of that reason, remember, boiling point of this ammonia is more than ASS3 and PS3. First statement is correct. C I will write. Second, you see thermal stability down the group, they have given NS3, PS3, ASS3, SBS3 decreases. That is true because NS3 is a smaller element, hence bond strength will be more, thermal stability will be more. This is also correct statement. Then you can see basic nature, Lewis basic nature here, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic and strontium. Down the group, remember, size increases, hence ability to donate the pair of electron decreases. Smaller the size, higher is the basic nature. So this is also correct statement. Then bond angle. Definitely bond angle, remember, as electronegativity increases, as electronegativity of center increases, remember, bond angle is going to increases. This is also increases. As electronegativity of center increases, bond angle increases. Similarly, as electronegativity decreases, bond angle decreases because it is 107 degree, like that 103 or 104 degree, like that it decreases. Reason for that is, remember, whenever the nitrogen, for example, hydrogen is like this. So electrons pairs are more towards nitrogen. Bonded pairs are more toward nitrogen because more electronegative. Whenever it is more towards nitrogen, so always that nitrogen bonded electrons staying away from each other because they will repel with each other. Because of that reason, bond angle is more for this, and NS3, PS3, ASS3, SBS3. This order is also correct. Hence the answer for this question is D. 9th question. MF plus XCFI, M plus C is alkali metal. M plus is alkali metal. One thing you remember, always MF can form M plus, F minus. Correct? So what should be the compound? In this particular case, remember, MF act as a fluorine donor. XCFI act as a fluorine acceptor. Then how you can come to know? Remember, MF cannot accept another fluorine because M is alkali metal having only 1 plus 1 valency. So never be it is possible. See, if it is something like P block element, then you could have say this can accept the fluorine from this. But MF cannot accept the fluorine. Always it will donate the fluorine because M plus is alkali metal. They only have mentioned in the question. Now you can say, then what should be the compound? Compound of that A should be, remember, M outside the coordination sphere, XE, F6 here. In this particular case, MF, XE, F5 give rise to A is given. Correct? So XE, F5, you are going to take this as, actually it is XCF4, sorry my dear students, XCF5 it is not possible, I think, right? because XeF4 is the product compound formed. So XeF4 with MF, XeF5 is going to form, and in this particular case plus 1 here, minus 1 here. Correct? Because M is plus 1 alkali metal, M is outside the coordination sphere, XeF5 minus 1 it is formed. Now you calculate hybridization of Xe. Hybridization is equal to half into valence electron plus monovalent atom minus cationic charge plus anionic charge. Correct? So is equal to half into valence electrons of xenon is 8 because noble gas, 8 plus monovalent is 5, 8 plus 5, 13. So and minus C, cationic charge is not there, plus Ca means plus 1 because anionic charge is minus 1. So plus 1 you have to make. So 8 plus 1, 9 plus 5, 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 means hybridization is sp3d3. So this option and this option left. Now, sp3d3 means 7, 1 center surrounded by 7. So, but here how many are there? 5, which means there are 2 lone pairs on xenon. Remember one thing, sp3d3, which structure you are going to get? See, the structure I will draw it like this here. Xe3. See, if it is 7, I will show you. Center M I will take, right? So it is surrounded like this. It is surrounded like this, pentagonal. X, I will write F only here, for example, F here, F here, F here, F here, F here. So another 2, this is pentagonal, remember, pentagonal. Bipyramidal means here one F and here one F. This is the structure, exact structure, pentagonal, bipyramidal structure, bipyramidal. Now remember these 5 pentagonal on the plane. So above the plane and below the plane, 1 fluorine, 1 fluorine. Remember when 7 is should be there and 5 surrounded 2 lone pair. That 2 lone pair, what I will do? I will keep those 2 lone pairs as far as away from each other. Hence I will keep 1 fluorine, 1 lone pair is here and 1 lone pair is here. Then remaining is only pentagonal structure like this. Remember? X here, F here, F here, F here, F here and F here. So pentagonal structure like this. Hence pentagonal planar structure is the answer for this. So sp3d3 pentagonal planar structure. Reaction of zinc with dilute and concentrated nitric acid respectively produces. Very important question. Remember one thing here. Copper with dilute HNO3, here NO. Concentrated HNO3, D is NO2. Remember this. Here, zinc with dilute HNO3, remember N2O. With dilute N2O, copper with dilute NO. Zinc with dilute N2O, and with concentrated nitric acid, same product you are going to obtain, that is NO2. Here also and here also it is NO2 only. Here also it is NO2 only. So, concentrated is very easy to remember, in all the case NO2. But with zinc, dilute give rise to N2O, nitrous oxide. With copper, dilute HNO3 give rise to nitrogen monoxide, NO. Remember that. So, this is about 10th question. Answer is B. So, these are the 10 questions from this NTA Abhyas app, NTA Abhyas app questions. So, I hope these questions are helpful for you. If it is helpful, share to your friends also and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.